I spent the last few days on Maui, which was, needless to say, a lot of fun. I've been to Maui before, but this was, I actually paid a little attention to what Maui, the story behind Maui is about. And I thought that might be interesting to share because it's actually pretty relevant. So Maui is, according to the myth on the island, is a demigod. So the demigod Maui went up this mountain, the tallest mountain on the island. And many of you, I'm sure, have been there, as this volcanic mountain, right? Haleakala. And he went up to the top of this mountain, and what did he do? He grabbed the sun. He captured the sun from the top of the mountain. So the story goes. And firstly, what I see is, you can see it's conveying that we all have this yearning for light. Wouldn't we want to grab the sun and make it our own? The source of light, right, as we know it on planet Earth, is the sun. So that's what he did. He went and grabbed the sun. And then this is, I feel, indicative not only of sun is, of course, so critical to our life on the planet, right? It's so critical for us to survive, like all the nutrition we get. It has to be, processed and helped by the sun. So we know that. But when we look at our own inner being, it's exactly the same. We need the light to sustain our inner being. And we may be more conscious about this or less conscious about this. So this story to me is about how we really want this light really badly. Sometimes it expresses itself through our outer longings. So we might translate that and turn it into, I would like to have some fancy clothes, a fancy car, a fancy yacht, a fancy plane, a fancy vacation, or whatever it is. It's really saying, I want light, or I want a great job, or I want a great partner, or I want great food, or I want to see a great movie or a great book. That's what we're thinking will take us there. So we try to reach out in ways that make sense to us. And that's based on how we see the world and our understanding of the world. So if all I see is a certain set of things, then I will look for it in those things. As we are more conscious of our inner being, we have less use for the intermediate things. We can directly go to the light. We don't need some of these material type things. So we end up, like Maui, going directly for the light, because we realize in some level of our being that the light is going to actually quench our deep thirst for something deeper and bigger. So funnily, with the story with Maui, interestingly, apparently what happens is he finally decided he releases the sun after he's promised by the sun that the sun is going to move extra slowly through the portion of the sky that where Maui is, so that those beings get more light. Because the sun moves more slower, you get more light, right? So, yeah, I found it quite fascinating, the whole story. In fact, one of the cool things to do on the island is to go to the top of this mountain at sunrise. It's pretty cool, actually, to see. First thing I noticed, which is very relevant, before the sun actually shows up, the sky starts lighting up, right? The dawn, just before sunrise. And, 15, 20 minutes, I know it starts lighting up. But this surprised me. 1 hour before sunrise, you wouldn't be wondering when is sunrise, because the sky is already, there's light. I mean, you can tell when it's dark, it's like totally dark, right? And then a little after 5 o'clock in the morning, it's like suddenly there's light, because like everything is visible, even though the sun is still maybe 40 minutes away. And of course, it's spectacular at the moments leading up to the sunrise. And then the sunrise, of course, is so bright and so powerful that the references to the inner light being like 1,000 suns, right? You can see what they're talking about. This is, the sun itself looks like 1,000 suns. I mean, when you look directly at it, full blast, it's pretty powerful. When you choose light, life becomes increasingly joyful, purposeful, and inspired. I invite you to join me to explore the realms of light, the infinite possibilities that light offers.